wife Teresa and I were looking for a car that we could tour with the CCCA, the Classic Car Club of America. We settled on this 1947 Jaguar. We found it at the Beverly Hills Car Club out in Los Angeles, so we went out there and picked it up and brought it back to Cocoa Beach. It is a Mark IV, 3.5 liter. They made these in 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5 liters. It was originally a New Zealand car. It was wearing New Zealand license plates. So the original owner, Sir Jack Newman, was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II. I don't think she's ever ridden in the car, but anyways, it is an original car. It's not a restored car. It's leather. It's almost 80 years old, and it's still very soft and supple. The Jaguar used extremely good leather back then, as well as today, and that's why it can last now going on 100 years. You know, it's almost 80 years old. These cars all came with sunroofs in them, all of these saloons. They were all from the factory with the saloon cars. Now, this car is relatively rare. Rare doesn't always equate with expensive and value, because there's only 12 of these in the US right now, saloons, the Mark IV saloons. There are over 30 of the same model in a drop head coupe. But yet the drop head coupes are worth 2 or 3 times the value of the saloon cars. So the rarity of this doesn't necessarily mean it's more valuable because there's fewer of them left. The engine has not been rebuilt. It's got about 100,000 miles on it. I've had it for about 1.5 years. I haven't done a whole lot to it other than fix things that needed fixing. I don't intend to restore it. It is an original car, and I want to try to keep it that way. So there were several parts that were missing. The air cleaner assembly, had an incorrect distributor in it. It had fuel pumps were not working. So all of that now has been corrected. This is one of Jaguar's last pushrod engines before they went with the overhead cams. It's a 3.5 liter, 6-cylinder, twin SU carburetors, twin SU fuel pumps, wired plumbed together in parallel, twin air cleaners. One of the issues that I had with it was that it had a non-original distributor. One of the hot rod things back in the day was they found that distributor could be pulled out and replaced by the distributor from an XK120, which had a vacuum advance. This is just a straight mechanical distributor. So when they replaced these distributors with the XK distributors, they took the old one out and threw it in the dustbin. It's gone forever. So it really was difficult finding that correct distributor to put in there, but I did find it. I found that distributor in Australia, and have now got the correct distributor back in the car. The boot of this car, which is the British word for the trunk, contains a toolkit. There's everything inside this toolkit to literally rebuild the engine. The owner's manual gives the instructions for removing the head, scraping the carbon off the top of the piston, and reinstalling the head with a new head gasket. And there's all the tools in here to do that with. And that came standard with the car. Now, the straps are for securing luggage on top of this to be able to carry additional luggage that wouldn't fit in the boot, because the boot's relatively small. And I'm just trying to drive it and enjoy it and show it, and we take it on tours. Last year we took it to Cape Cod. We toured Cape Cod with it. We also took it to Dallas-Fort Worth for an International Jaguar Festival, and we toured that area with it and did a CCCA show there as well. We just got back from the Gilmore Museum in Michigan last week, where we were at an all-European luxury car show and tour, and we were there for almost 2 weeks. Just got back last week with that. So the car does get around the country, and we're just enjoying it. And like I said, we want to try to keep it in as original condition as possible.